Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to read this to you from their own document. Well, this is from an insider. This goes back to 1969, and so much stuff that they have said and the stuff that they have planned since back then has happened. Okay? So basically what I want to read to you first is financial control. Then I want to get into the other thing, like where they're talking about a cashless society, like what they're trying to push on us right now is this biometric ID card. And they said, that's just the prelude to the mark of the beast. It's coming from their own statements. So I just want to read this to you guys. May you guys check it up. It's called NWO Plans Exposed 1969. It's like mind-boggling. Like, I listened to the tapes, the 3 tapes of it. Like, it's crazy, all the stuff that they planned. They planned out abortions. They said that it's going to be used for a form of financial, what's it called? Population control. That there's going to come a time when it won't be a crime to commit, blah, 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 blah. And people that make all this high money, they said they'll be able to take that money from the people, because anyways, you don't need all that money. What are you going to do with all that money in the first place? It's called NWO Plans Exposed 1969. They talk about controlling over the weather, travelings will be restricted, you name it. It goes on and on. It talks about a one-world religion, you name it. But anyways, I want to get into this, and I want to read this to you guys. Just look at this. It's crazy. Okay, here we are. Listen to this. Financial control. Like control over the money. There was discussion of money and banking. One statement was indicated, and if you can put an infinite number of zeros after any number and put the dimmest points wherever you want, as indicated that influence is a tool of the controllers. Money would become, without permanent credit, it was already money is permanently a credit thing, but extorting of money would be not cash. You see that? Not cash, ladies and gentlemen. You see? Not cash or preferable things, but electronic. This is all planned out. But electronic credit, single. See that? Single. People would carry money only in very small amounts for things like chewing gum and candy, bars. Any publish of any significant amount would be done electronically. Earning would be electronically. Entering into your account would be a single, look at this, a single banking system. It may have the appearance of being more than one, but ultimately and basically it would be one single banking system, so that when you got paid, your pay would be entered for you into your account balance, and then when you publish anything at the point of publish, it would be decided from your account balance, and you would actually carry nothing with you. Also, computer records can be kept on whatever it was you published, so that if you were publishing too much of any practical limit, and some eventual wanted to know what you were doing with your money, like what is it to them? It's none of their business. These people want to know everything, people. This is what I'm trying to show people. It's none of their business what you do with your money, okay? These people are control freaks. So I just want to continue reading, just to let you guys be aware of that. They're control freaks. They're crazy. They could go back and review your publishes and determine what you were buying. What you were buying. Yeah. Total control. You see that? Total control. They want to know everything about us. That's why they want a cashless society. They want everybody to have biometric cards, you name it. And look at this. There was a statement that any publish of significance sees, like an automatic with a bicycle, a refrigerator, a radio or television or whatever, might have some sort of identification on it so it could be tracked. This is all planned out, ladies and gentlemen. In 1969, I'm reading this thing from 1969. This is all happening right now. Be tracked so that very quickly anything which was either given away or stolen, whatever authorities would be able to establish who published it and when. Computers would allow this to happen. The ability to save would be quickly. People would just not be able to save any degrees of wealth. There was some statement of recognizing that wealth represents power, and wealth in the hands of a lot of people is not good for the people in charge. So if you save too much, you might be taxed. You see that? The more you save. Okay, hold on. I want to see how much time is left here. Okay. The more you save, the higher rate of tax. Okay, the higher rate of tax on your savings. So your savings really could never get very far. And also, if you begin to slow a part of saving too much, you might have your pay cut. We would say, well, you're saving instead of spending. You really don't need all that money. So basically, they're going to take all your money away from you. That basically the idea being to prevent people from assuming any wealth which might have long-range influence on the system. People would be encouraged to use credit to borrow, and then also be encouraged to return on the debt. So they would destroy their own credit. The idea here is that, again, if you're too stupid to handle credit wisely, this gives the authorities the opportunity to come down hard on you once you're shot. Your credit, electronic payments instantly would all be based on different kinds of credit cards, which were already in use in 1969 to some extent. Not as much as now, but would have credit cards with the electronic strip on it, and once they got used to that, then it would be pointed out the advance of having all of that compared into a single credit card. You're hearing me correctly, ladies and gentlemen. A single credit card serving a single monetary system, and they won't have to carry around all that plastic, making it all sound nice, but it's not. This is to enslave humanity. Okay? Now listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. Just listen to it. Okay, I want to read this to you guys right here. People need to understand that this is for real. Okay? This is not a joke. Here it is. Surveillance implants and televisions that watch you. So the next step would be the single card, and that. Okay. So the next step would be the single card, and then the next step would be to replace the single card with a skin implant. This is the mark of the beast, people. Okay? The single card could be lost or stolen, giving rise to problems. Could be exchanged with somebody else to confuse identity. The skin implant, on the other hand, could not be lost or counterfeited or transferred to another person. So you and your accounts would be identified without any possibility of error. And the skin implants would have to be put someplace that would be convenient. Listen to this. To be convenient to the skin. For an example, your right hand. Where do we hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Your right hand. Or your forehead. At that time, when I heard this, I was unfamiliar with the statement in the book of Revelation. The speaker went on to say, now some of you people who read the Bible will attach significance to this, to the Bible. But he went on to claim any biblical significance at all. This is just common sense of how the system could work and should work. And there is no need to read any spiritual biblical principles into it. As I say, at the time, I was not very familiar with the words of Revelation. You see, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, I want to get into this. And it goes on. If you guys want to see it, you guys can. I printed it. I printed all this stuff out at the library. It's like it's a whole lot of sheets. But for those of you that have the internet at home, you have your own printer, you have the Vantage to take it out and print it out right now. Take the Vantage and print it out before they seize the internet, because they're going into total control, ladies and gentlemen. Did you see what they were saying there? If people steal TVs and all that other stuff, we'll be able to know. How are they going to know? Because they're already talking about bringing RFID technology into the stuff. They can track everything that we have, all the products. They said very soon, what's going to replace the barcodes is going to be RFID tags. And you see that? Total control, financial control, a one world monetary system. This was all planned out, ladies and gentlemen. And yet before all of that, the Bible told us that this would happen. It's just amazing to see these guys fulfilling Bible prophecy. And you see what that guy said, oh, don't pay any attention to significance of the Bible. You know, he says the right hand or the forehead. And that's exactly what the Bible said. But I want to say this, because this is amazing. I forget which year this was in, but I think it was Joe Biden. He was saying to one of the guys, he's like, can a microscopic tag be implanted into a person's body? There's actually discussions on that. Because he was going on and on. How did he say it? He went on like, yeah, can a microscopic tag be implanted in a person's body that tracks every movement? There's actual discussions on that. How about brain scans? He's like, mark my words, before you're 10 years over, you will rule on this. Imagine. Imagine. He said those exact words. Can a microscopic tag be implanted in a person's body that tracks every movement? There's actual discussions on this. How about brain scans? Like, mark my words, before you're 10 years over, you will rule on this. You see that? By him saying there's actual discussions on it, that means they're actually discussing about tracking everybody. Just listen to the statement. Can a microscopic tag be implanted in a person's body for what? To track his every movement. There's actual discussions on this. How about brain scans to see if the person's in criminal activity? So they want to get into your head as well. These people are freaks. These people are literal freaks. It's amazing, because the Bible said that as well, with the mark of the beast. During the tribulation period, there's going to be no place to hide, and we are on the threshold right now of the Great Tribulation. Everything is ready to go. That's why the next major event to take place is the rapture of the church. The rapture is about to take place. Everything is here. It's just mind-boggling to see all this stuff happening. You see, they'll be able to see it through your TVs and everything. They planned all this stuff out. They want to make everybody stupid, like they were talking about in here, in this article that I'm reading. I'm talking about Capital TV, where you don't even have to go to the store anymore. You just go on your TV and you automatically you buy stuff through the TV. You can buy a fridge, you can buy clothes, and you just do it through the TV. I guess it's connected. Imagine, from your TV, it's connected to their computer. You boop, boop, boop. You click this. You want to buy this. You want to buy that, and they get your order from their computer, and all of a sudden they send someone to your house that delivers the thing. It's already paid through the TV. Boom, then you get it. That was all planned out in 1969. So how are we going to get people to do this? How are we going to get people to do this? To accept these TVs? Like, well, once people find out, they're going to be too used to TVs. Just like telephones. People are too addicted to telephones. They're too accustomed to it. That it won't bother them anymore. It'll be, it's just a new thing. It's a new way. Blah 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 blah. You guys can read the whole thing. It's on there. Or you guys can go listen to my other video. I talk about it. I read it from here, the same article here. The name of that video is called TVs That Can See You, or TVs That Can Watch You. It's just incredible of where we are today, people. Like, this is what's going on. That's why people, you got to get rid of your cell phones. Get rid of everything that is electronic. Well, keep your computer. If you have a computer, keep it, but just know this, that you are being watched and you are being tracked. Just try to use cash when you go outside. And know this, every telephone conversation you make is listened to and everything. Like, it's just crazy of where we are right now, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm signing off right now. I just wanted to let you guys be aware of this thing here about the control and everything. They want to control absolutely everything, and this is all I want to say. So I'm letting you guys go from here, and God bless you all.